What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I hope you're having an amazing day. Today's video I'm going to be telling you some of the features and changes that are coming to the Android 11 with this developer preview. So there was going to be a direct beta 1 cause this is April end almost, and I told you guys that DP3 would be around like last week, but that just didn't happen. Now we have the DP3 finally working right over here from the Pixel 2 onto my Redmi Note 5 Pro. This is not a Pixel 2. So now I would be just doing a review of the Irfan's Pixel GSI port and the Android Developer Preview 3 itself. So again over here, this is the Pixel 2 port and it is quite unstable. So if you're running a Irfan's GSI which is based on the DP 2.1, it is far more stable. Just click on it. This DP3 is very unstable and I hope it doesn't just randomly reboot during this review cause it is unstable AF. And there are quite a lot of features right over here, but just getting the technical stuff out of here, please do subscribe. Cause these are some tough times for this channel. I don't know, I'm just stuck at 96k right now. It's not moving at all. So again, if you are subscribed and watching this, please resubscribe with the bell notifications on. That helps too. And let's just begin. First of all, getting some boring features out of the line. There are some ADB incremental changes. For example, ADB can now install 2 GB plus APKs directly from your PC and it's much more faster than before, so that's nothing new. Again, setting up ADB on Android 11, at least for this Irfan's GSI, is quite a headache right now. Still, like, there is no ADB revoke authorization. So in order to get the ADB working on this GSI, I have to push my ADB key from my PC through the twerp. Now the ADB just works fine, but there is no way to revoke it right over here or to authorize it, so that's pretty weird. But there are some more changes to the ADB over the air. So wireless debugging has been now completely updated and finally I guess it works at least on the Pixel phone. But let's just keep the boring stuff aside and get to the actual features and the changes what we see from the developer preview 2. So for example, if you just come to the UI, there are quite a few changes. So starting from this launcher, again you have the Google Now on the left. Wow, the phone just locked itself. So you have the Google Now on the left as before. Again, the scrolling, everything is as smooth as before. But now if you just come to the normal launcher, there are quite a few changes. So for example, going to the app drawer, there is a weird acceleration right over here. As you can see, it opens up like the 60% you scroll up. So that's quite fast to do now, as you can see. And now you no longer go to the recent task panel by opening just half of it. It's now completely done by the navigation gesture. So that's pretty good. But as the app drawer, yep, it just crashed. It's unstable AF. I currently have DP3 running on almost 3 of my phones and this is the most stable one that I can get. The Redmi Note 5 Pro, which has the ADB and the DPI completely adjusted. Now again, if you just go to the quick settings panel, if you expand it, there are quite a few changes in terms of notifications. So for example, if I just completely add an app to just test the music player quick setting, there you go. The animations is still the same. It's still shifted a bit to the left. It's not a DPI issue. It's just like that. As you can see, the animations are still not refined as much. I think they barely did any changes to it. But going through more toggles, there is new bedtime mode which is coming to the Android 10 and Android Pie phones too, because it's a digital well-being feature. But just going through more toggles and stuff, there is just literally nothing. It's still the same. Bedtime just combines bunch of the wind down features and grayscaling mode into one. And then if you just talk about the actual notification, so for example, if I just start the screen recording right over here, as you can see, it tells me when it's recording. As you can see, it gave me a bit of a hiccup that the recording has started and I have a red dot right over here, which is again pretty good. And then all the notifications can be dismissed, like literally some of the notifications which need a toggle to work can be also dismissed. Yep, now they have a history what I just completely dismissed, and now it has a gradient. Now as you can see on a white background, it kinda has a gradient. Yep, it looks quite weird, but that's how the Android works now. Now if I just completely tap it, as you can see, I can revoke it right over there, expand it to just stop or to just pause, but there is no option for that. So if I just completely go to the setting of it, the icon is now much more larger than before. And also there is a brand new feature which does actually make a lot of sense. So for example, if you just dismiss all the apps and if you remember, wow, there is something important in that app that I just completely killed, I can just go to the recent task panel, just kill the app and bring it back completely. Yep. Now you have to do it in a split second. It doesn't work like, of course, if I just close the Chrome and oh wow, I remember something, I just can't bring it back. You have to do it quite quick, like accidentally deleted it. Wow, you have to do it quite quick. Yeah. So if you have on last app, you just can't do it at all. So yeah, it's still in works. It completely like barely works right now, but as you can see, you can just bring the apps back. Yep, it's a small little feature. And then talking about the screenshot, if you just again use this toggle right over here, The share and edit button is much more smaller, like the preview is just in general is much more smaller than before. Now again, of course, you can expand it, crop it just as before, nothing new in that. But just talking about more system UI stuff, if you just toggle the volume, it's no longer volume, it's sound. Yeah, just small little things changed right over here and there. Again, if you appreciate my effort just going through every single thing, please subscribe and like this video. Again, let me know in the comment section below if you want me to continue this. But directly going down to the settings, again, you get more suggestions right over here, like Bluetooth devices, dark theme, just normal stuff. You have Fusion treble settings right over there as before. So just scrolling down to system, gestures, card and passes. So in developed countries like New York and everything, you can actually store your bus pass or anything like boarding passes right over here onto your power menu, which was a Android 10 feature in developer preview, which was quite hidden, and then it was never bringed back. Like they actually said that it would be coming with the Google Pixel 4 into like a Pixel feature drop that they do every single month or something, but it just never came. And now if you just enable it, now you can save your Google Pay or some another debit cards and stuff right over here onto your power menu. So that's quite good. And then if you just go to system navigation, gesture navigation, now you can adjust both of the edges. For example, if you are just a righty, you can actually accidentally touch this edge if you have a curved screen. So you can just completely adjust that, which is nothing new, but it was a hidden feature, now completely available as a standard mode. But just coming back, going down to the about phone section, you have Android version R, security patch April 5. Yep, it's 25th of April and we still don't have a May patch. That's pretty weird, but that would be also coming soon. You have Play System update January 1 as before, and the Easter egg is still yet to be updated. It's still Android 10. And yeah guys, that's pretty much it for the full review of Android 11R Developer Preview 3. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you found this helpful and want me to do an in-depth review of the beta 1 as soon as it comes out, please let me know in the comment section below, and see you guys in the next one. Peace.